A mixer grinder is one of the home appliances that is used for the longest period of time in our kitchen. So it is important for us to choose one for extended usage and versatility. Compared to Nutri blenders, which are useful for quick and small batches of lightweight mixing, grinding and juicing, mixer grinders are used for heavy duty and large quantity preparation, from grinding spices to making idli dosa batter. If chopping and slicing are also important for you, then go for a food processor instead. This video will focus on mixer grinders. For Nutri blenders and food processors, please watch my other videos that I've linked somewhere here. I went over 70 mixer grinders to help identify the perfect ones based on our usage. So let's understand how to narrow down the right one for us. The wattage of the mixer grinder we select should be based on the type of task that we would like to do. If we go too low, the mixer grinder can get heated up and stop due to overheating. For dry grinding of hard spices like turmeric or wet grinding of large quantity of dosa batter, we need a mixer grinder with a higher wattage, 750 to 1000 watts or above. Higher wattage means faster, more robust grinding, and the mixer grinder can run for longer periods of time. We will focus on mixer grinders upwards of 750 watts in this video. For simple grinding, small quantity grinding like dips, chutneys, purees, soups, smoothies and milkshakes, we can even consider 500 to 750 watt mixer grinder or even a Nutri blender. BLDC motor mixer grinders like the Atomberg Zenova are able to perform like a 750 to 1000 watt mixer grinder even with a lower wattage. But the benefits of energy saving and noise are not that much realized in a mixer grinder as they are only used for shorter period of time. Most brands have mixer grinders in both variants, the 750 and 1000 watts. So pick one based on what's right for you. Hamilton Beach mixer grinder and the Panasonic mixer grinder have the highest wattage above 1000 watts, ideal for heavy duty mixing and grinding. Next, let's talk about the jars. Most mixer grinders have 3 to 5 jars, a small size chutney jar, a medium size multi-purpose jar and a large size wet grinding jar are available in all mixer grinders. More jars are not necessarily better. More often than not, the juicer jar is unused by most of us. So if you think you will not use the juicer jar, better to buy a mixer grinder only with 3 jars. When 5 jars are available, there is an additional small dry grinding jars for spices made of food grade plastic. Preethi Blue Leaf Titanium has 7 jars, including one for storage, dry grinding and blending smoothies. Some mixer grinders like the Atomberg Zenova and Julia also come with a vegetable chopper, very useful for small chopping needs. In general, all of these jars are made of stainless steel. The chutney jar is about 300 to 500 ml, the multi-purpose jar is about 1 liter in size and the wet grinding jar is 1.5 liters. In some cases, the jars are larger, which you can see on the screen. Select jars based on the number of people you cook for. For only 2 to 3 people, smaller jars, especially the chutney jar, are better. The YFL Home Blend Lab Pro is an outlier. It has plastic jars and has only 2 jars. My honest opinion is that it's a bit unclear on the positioning. Neither a Nutri blender as it's too big and powerful for that, nor a mixer grinder because it uses plastic jars and fewer jars than a typical mixer grinder. One useful capability I would look for in a mixer grinder is the ability to lock the jars, which helps to prevent spillages and allow hands-free operations, which I personally find very convenient. Atomberg, Bosch, Agaro, Hamilton Beach and some models of Sujata have the ability to lock the jars. Some only have the ability to lock the multi-purpose jar. Now let's talk about some usability and safety features. This may sound basic, but one ignored aspect is how easy it is to change the speeds of the mixer grinder. Round dials in a mixer grinder can be slippery and hard to turn, especially with wet hands. Many brands have round dials with some grooves or wedges or a rough material in the knobs to make it easier to turn. But it is still not as easy as having a knob or a button. This is a concern. Better to select a mixer grinder with a knob or a button. Overload protection is available in all mixer grinders. Sometimes it is called auto cut off, sometimes it is called auto shut off. In some modern mixer grinders like the Atomberg ones, there are additional safety features like jar detection, which avoids the mixer grinder from starting when the jar is not placed properly, or avoiding restarting when the power comes back on after a power cut. Definitely a nice to have, but not a must have. Now let's talk about warranty, pricing and overall satisfaction. All the mixer grinders that I have compared are 750 watt or above, suitable for heavy duty tasks and long term usage. While there are many budget models under 1500 and some over 10,000, 3 to 6,000 is where we get the best value for money in mixer grinders. Warranty is generally 2 years. Except for budget brands which have 1 year, and Hamilton Beach, some models of Philips and Bosch which are giving 5 years warranty. I went over hundreds of reviews across different products of mixer grinders to understand product and service satisfaction. Sujata, Philips, Preethi, Bosch and Hamilton Beach have the best product and service satisfaction ratings amongst mixer grinders. Panasonic, Atomberg, Havells and others have good product satisfaction, but some service satisfaction issues exist. The rest can be improved, mostly from a service satisfaction point of view. Now that we understand how to narrow down the mixer grinders based on our needs, here are my top recommendations for you. With so many good mixer grinders in the market these days, I'll segment my recommendation based on budget as well as based on usage. If your main need for mixing and grinding includes chutneys, dips, juices, soups, smoothies, batter and so on, 750 watts is sufficient for you. These typically allow a runtime of 20 to 30 minutes. This is suitable for most households. I have 5 recommendations here. First on a budget is the Butterfly Smart 750 watt mixer grinder. It has a compact ABS body, has 2 options of 3 or 4 jars, which includes a juicer jar, a heavy-duty 750 watt motor and a 2-year warranty for smooth grinding for everyday use. This does not have locking jars and some users have reported it being noisy at its highest speed and overheating once in a while. Next is the Philips HL7759. It also has a 3 or a 4 jar option. It has 3 speeds plus a pulse option and quick cool ventilation to reduce overheating of the mixer. This does not have locking as well. Overall, product and satisfaction ratings are very high for Philips. So good value mixer grinder. Next is the Preethi Blue Leaf Diamond Mixer Grinder. This comes with a 3-jar option as well. It does not have locking jars, has a flexi lid option which makes the jar sizes adjustable. Preethi is owned by Philips since about 15 years now as well, but they are maintained separately. Next, the Bosch Bold Mixer Grinder. Or this also has a 4-jar version which is the Bosch True Mix Pro mixer grinder. Bosch mixer grinders generally have locking lids, which is a huge convenience. While it does have round knobs, the grooves on the knobs make it easier to operate. Bosch also has the stone pounding technology to recreate traditional pounding for authentic taste and texture in dry ingredients. And lastly, the new Atomberg Xenia. This is one of the more premium built 750 watt mixer grinder. It has additional safety features like no auto restart after power cuts and jar detection. But unlike the Atomberg Zenova, this does not have locking jars. The 4-jar version of this is almost 1,500 to 2,000 more just for an additional chopping jar. So not much value in that. For even more heavy duty grinding, or if you need to run the mixer grinder for up to 90 minutes, a mixer grinder with wattage above 750 watts is ideal. But remember, 1000 watt mixer grinders are more powerful but also a bit more noisy than lower wattage ones. My first recommendation is the Sujata brand, either the Super Mix or the Dynamix versions. If you would prefer a large blender jar of food grade plastic, Sujata Super Mix is the right option. If you only prefer 3 stainless steel jars for chutney, wet and multi-purpose grinding, the Dynamix is the better option. Dynamix has 1 locking jar, Super Mix has no locking jars. Both are super powerful, 900 watt motor, 22,000 RPM and 90-minute continuous runtime. Next is the Panasonic Element Series mixer grinder. This has a compact design with buttons for controls and also has 4 locking jars. This is one of the most powerful mixer grinders at 1500 watt, so it can be a bit noisy. Definitely a heavy duty mixer grinder with high value. Next is the Preethi Bold's 1000 watt mixer grinder. It has 4 jars, 3 stainless steel jars and a blender jar. And it also has a high speed motor. Preethi gives 2 years warranty with a lifelong free service for the mixer grinder. The only concern highlighted by some users are the lids. These are non-locking lids. The rubber gasket does not close sometimes tightly in some instances. Again, it's not a widely stated concern, but a concern nonetheless. Next is the Vidiem 618A 1000 watt mixer grinder. It is one of the budget options with 3 leak-proof jars and a juicer jar, but it does not have a locking lid. Some users have complained about the jar handles heating up, however. Now, if you like a versatile mixer grinder, then the Preethi Blue Leaf Titanium, which comes with 7 jars for different purposes, which includes smoothie jar, dry spices jar, amongst others, is a good option. It's a great option if you were considering a separate Nutri blender for small grinding and blending needs. Lastly, the Hamilton Beach Professional Mixer Grinder. This is a gold standard for mixer grinders and is very versatile with 13 program settings and up to 10 speed settings for a range of different textures. The 5-year warranty signifies durability of this brand. If you found this video useful, share the video and subscribe to become part of the 1.8 lakh plus community that trusts us with their decision making. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.